The BRICS Bank, an institution representing some of the world's most powerful emerging economies, has just made an announcement that's sending shockwaves through the Western world. What secrets lie behind this astonishing announcement from the BRICS Bank, and why is it sending shockwaves through the Western world? If you're curious to uncover this untold story of the financial revolution, keep watching. This is a game changer you won't want to miss. In the heart of Johannesburg, on the historic day of August 24, 2023, the BRICS Summit saw a revolution unfolding. The BRICS Summit, a gathering of nations that had long held the promise of global transformation, was about to unveil its most audacious chapter yet. On this day, the BRICS family initially consisted of Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa. Pretty standard, right? But this was about to take a twist that you will never expect in the financial world. Did you know that not one, not two, but 6 new nations joined the BRICS alliance? Yes, you heard it right. Argentina, Egypt, Ethiopia, Iran, Saudi Arabia, and the United Arab Emirates stepped into the fold, extending the BRICS family with open arms. Now, starting from January 1st, 2024, these BRICS nations will collectively represent a whopping half of our global population. Can you imagine the magnitude of this alliance? It's absolutely mind-blowing. Well, it has not been smooth sailing for BRICS from the beginning. Those 5 countries have had their fair share of obstacles to overcome, but it looks like they're finally hitting their stride. The expansion of BRICS is like a rising tide lifting all boats. With their economies revving up, they're challenging the G7 and looks like they are on track to potentially even surpass it. I mean, who would have thought that these BRICS nations, once considered underdogs, would now be racing past the traditional powerhouses of the G7? The BRICS nations are definitely making some noise, and the world is starting to listen. Located in the center of Shanghai, the BRICS New Development Bank is putting up a daring and calculated plan to lessen its dependency on the powerful US currency. These titans of business are laying the groundwork for an incredible transformation that will change this powerful institution's fundamental makeup forever. So, what's the master plan? With a promising 3-year plan, the BRICS New Development Bank aims to increase the usage of local currencies among its member countries. They seem to be saying, let's embrace our own currency and escape the clutches of the dollars. This bold plan aims to completely change the BRICS as they currently exist. Right now, the BRICS Bank conducts a mere 22% of its transactions in the local currencies of its members. With this ambitious plan in motion, they're aiming for a jaw-dropping leap, pushing that number up to a formidable 30% by the year 2026. That means there will be a whopping 36% increase from the current status. The implications of this shift are nothing short of groundbreaking. The BRICS Bank's core mission is pretty straightforward. It was established by countries that are still in the growth and development phase, much like a young plant. The main goal here is to assist these nations, often labeled as developing countries, by offering financial resources and support. But it relies heavily on the ever-powerful US dollar, with a staggering 70% of its funds locked in its embrace. While the US dollar's influence is undeniable, the BRICS Bank is setting its sights on a transformation. A bold plan is afoot, one that seeks to break free from these dollar chains and make way for their own currencies to shine. This shift is not just about currency, it's about nurturing an ecosystem of financial independence and global influence. They aspire to reduce their reliance on the US dollar, and they have a goal that sounds like a seed planted with hope in the soil of international finance, a resounding 8% increase in the usage of their own currencies over the next 3 years. The goal of the BRICS nations is to build a future in which they have greater influence over the world financial system. It's a brave idea and evidence of their will to pave their own way in a world where established economic powers rule. At the recent 15th BRICS Summit in Johannesburg, Vladimir Putin certainly dropped a financial bombshell with his declaration about de-dollarization being an irreversible process. The BRICS nations seem to be on a mission to redefine the financial landscape, and gold is their chosen star. So what's the future of gold in this scenario? The dominance of the US dollar has been like an unshakable empire, but now it's under threat. Are we witnessing the dawn of a new era? The idea of a BRICS-based currency isn't exactly a new concept, but what's different this time is their unwavering commitment to steer away from the dollar. They're eyeing gold as a solid alternative, but what's the catalyst here? Russia seems to have ignited the spark, With their 2019 proposal, geopolitics and a thirst for de-dollarization seem to be the driving forces. Their aspiration? A currency built on the collective strengths of BRICS nation currencies, all backed by gold and regulated by their respective GDP shares. Now let's turn our attention to a nation that has consistently served as a cornerstone within the group. India, with its vast and diverse landscape, stands tall within the BRICS alliance. Its rich history, vibrant culture, and growing economy have made it an integral part of this international coalition. But what sets India apart from the group is its economic prowess, which cannot be underestimated. The figures, my friends, tell an astonishing story. In 2023, India's GDP soared past an impressive $3.75 trillion, a testament to its rapid economic growth. India's economic trajectory seems to be heading for an even brighter future. Goldman Sachs, the financial gurus of our time, project that by the year 2075, India's GDP might outshine even the economic powerhouse that is the United States. Picture this, a staggering $52.5 trillion for India, while the US GDP hovers around $51.5 trillion in the same time frame. Now let's dissect this projection for a moment. It's not just about economic rivalry. It's about a transformational shift on the global stage. India's rise signifies a monumental shift in the balance of power, an evolution that could redefine the way we view the world. But here's a thought-provoking perspective. While BRICS may need India, does India truly need BRICS? While BRICS offers a platform for cooperation, India's incredible economic journey is, in many ways, a solo venture. It's a nation with boundless potential, guided by its own vision and destiny. The BRICS group may have a common vision of reducing the dollar's dominance, but it's clear that not everyone is on the same page. China and Russia seem all in for the de-dollarization agenda, but others like India, Brazil, and South Africa are taking cautious steps. The general agreement is that China and Russia may be using BRICS as a means of advancing their de-dollarization program. But on the other hand, India has a wide range of concerns. India has strong ties with the US, particularly in the IT sector. They provide significant back-end support for America, and this partnership supports a substantial number of jobs. Thus, moving away from the dollar could have significant economic consequences. And let's not forget those billions in trade deals with the US. The Indo-US bond is more than just business. It's about mutual growth and prosperity. So, if India were to drift away from the US in line with BRICS's de-dollarization, it's like asking if they're willing to take that economic tightrope walk. Would the potential benefits outweigh the risks? It's a tough call, and it's clear that India is not making it lightly. The India-China dynamics further complicate matters. It's the turbulent issues, where unresolved border and trade disputes fuel a never-ending standoff between these two giants. Now, the notion of these two colossal powerhouses agreeing on a shared currency and harmoniously setting aside their domestic monetary strategies might sound in simple terms kind of crazy. It's like asking oil and water to blend seamlessly. The trade arena doesn't offer much solace either. India and China lock horns in a relentless economic battle, with disputes over tariffs and market access. But did you know that China is India's largest trading partner? As we delve deeper into these intricate geopolitical intricacies, it becomes clear that while BRICS, as an entity, is pushing boundaries, individual nations like India must tread carefully. Imagine a scenario in which these two enormously powerful countries, China and India, get together to create a common currency. This would necessitate enormous compromises and a well-coordinated alignment of their financial tactics. And there you have it, folks. At the 15th BRICS Summit, 6 new nations, including Argentina and Saudi Arabia, joined the alliance, expanding it significantly. The BRICS New Development Bank announced an ambitious plan to reduce reliance on the US dollar by increasing local currency transactions to 30% by 2026. While some like China and Russia are eager for de-dollarization, countries like India are cautious due to strong economic ties with the US and complex relations with China. The idea of a shared currency between India and China, despite their disputes, presents a challenging path. This development marks a substantial shift in global financial dynamics, with BRICS nations seeking to reshape the international economic landscape.